A stroll on salt produces an unmistakable sound. Karl-Georg Mielke is never closer to his raw material than on the Salar Grande, the largest salt lake in northern Chile's Atacama Desert.
Here you see 500 square kilometers of salt. I think it's a fascinating material, and it's 100% natural.
Wind and rain have shaped this landscape over millions of years, and last year Karl-Georg Mielke came to harvest its treasure. The white gold lies just a couple of centimeters under the sand. The Sociedad Punta de Lobos, South America's biggest salt-producing company, mines it. Since 2006, it's been a subsidiary of the German K+S group.
What's the truck doing up there?
Bringing salt from Bank 1 for processing.
So you still have salt in Bank 1?
Sal Lobos Chile is K+S's first investment outside of Europe. The German manager says it's a challenge, but with great prospects.
If you look here, up here in the mine, that means we're basically up in the northernmost point of the Salar. And the Salar runs down from the mountain ridge we saw before, all the way down here. It's a total of 45 kilometers long. And so it'll provide enough salt for several generations.
Twice a week, 60,000 tons of salt are loosened by explosion. After each detonation, the supervisors drive to inspect the mine, 60 meters deep.
Pretty hot, huh?
The deeper the mine, the better the salt. These chunks can be used in industry or as table salt. But salt is a cheap mass product. What determines its price is the cost of mining and transporting it.
Every euro or dollar more in cost is a problem for maintaining the profit margin you can make in this business. That's why expenses have to be kept way down. And that's why we bought Sal Lobos. And we're glad to have it today because the relationship between cost and quality that we have here is simply unbeatable.
Im Vergleich zur Qualität, die wir hier haben, sind einfach unschlagbar günstig.
The German manager is confident the wheels won't stop rolling in Chile. It's a stable country. Mining has long been considered worthwhile for European and US investors because the money is literally lying in the ground. K+S Chile is making healthy returns after just 1 year. Turnover is increasing for the new subsidiary.
11,000 tons of salt leave here every day.
The Chilean market can absorb very little of that production. 95% is for export, and that's where the Salar Grande is so advantageous.
The problem with other salars is their distance from the sea. And that's what's unique about this salar. We're only 27 kilometers from the ocean, so our transport costs are very low.
The company has its own port, Puerto Patillo. 6 million tons of salt are shipped here each year, more than half of it to the United States. Despite the long journey through the Panama Canal, the K+S subsidiary can set its prices lower than its US competitors. And Mielke is looking even further afield. We take a look at the developing facility from the water. The goal is Asia, and the equipment will cost 14 million euros. The new harbour, Patios 2, was almost complete, except for the loading bridge.
At the end of December, we'll hoist it to the level of those supports. And then we'll be able to load very large ships. And they'll carry up to 150,000 tons if we manage to sell salt to Asia.
We take a short detour before going back on land. We're going to learn what's behind the name Sal Lobos, sea lion salt. Punta de Lobos, Sea Lion Point, is what gave the subsidiary company its name. For the German parent company, it stands for good prospects in South America.